Are you a sports card business owner who loves paying your taxes? Implementing the right strategies can make tax time much less stressful, less painful. I have 5 tax saving strategies that will save you thousands of dollars. Let's jump right in. My name is Jonny Petrucco, the sports card tax guy. Number 1, tax saving strategy. Have a solid bookkeeping system. This is basic to any business, knowing their profitability, knowing their cash flow. In terms of taxes, we need this too. I recommend QuickBooks for a free bookkeeping software. There's Wave or there's a spreadsheet if you're pretty small. But we do need to be in the habit daily, maybe weekly, monthly, or up to quarterly, taking care of the bookkeeping. Do your best not to have annual bookkeeping. We forget too many expenses and stressfully, April 14th, going through the receipts. This is not the best way. The IRS, when they do an audit, they're looking for 2 things. Is there a record? We need to have a record, and there needs to be documentary evidence. Now, we can take deductions, but if there is a question, then they'll ask for these things. So it's best to capture even receipts. We can take physical pictures, put it into the bookkeeping system. There's a lot of nuances and more details here. One small thing is for meals. Generally, they don't require receipts for under $75 for business meals. Bookkeeping system is super important for a good tax saving strategy. Number 2, make an S Corp election. So this is a classic, amazing tax strategy that instantly saves a lot. There's a 15.3% self-employment tax. We don't like this. The S Corporation is a key to reduce that, and there's actually a lot of other bonuses that come with an S Corp. But how do you get there? Generally, you could say there's maybe 4 stages of the entrepreneur, and there's 4 business entities that apply. So where are you? Most people, if they start out, they're a sole proprietor. They go to a card show once a year to sell some cards, sell a few cards on eBay. But this is something small. Maybe they don't even have an EIN number, but the IRS still considers you a business. You're filing Schedule C. It's maybe $15,000 in revenue. So very simple, sole proprietor. You're paying self-employment tax. Some that want to separate their bank account, which we all should, the business and personal, and they have a more proper setup. They're a LLC, limited liability company. So this is still on the Schedule C. You're still taxed as a sole proprietor, but it's a little advanced. But the big shift from number 2, LLC, to number 3, S Corporation, is a form, 2553. This is how you elect to become an S Corporation. And there it changes, but a decent number is if you are making $40,000, $50,000 in profit, it's a good time to switch. There's some calculations that we can do. As a bonus, those that get really, really big, millions of dollars, it's even more advantageous to become C Corporation. From an S Corporation to a C Corporation, that's not going to be relevant for most people. But honestly, the S Corporation, this is a real secret. It unlocks so many strategies and opportunities. So this is something extremely important to look into. And it's not for everyone. There's certain qualifications, but worth the note. The 3rd tax saving strategy is having an accountable plan. So an accountable plan, this is a document you could just write up pretty quickly using ChatGPT even. And this shows how are you personally reimbursed. This is mostly relevant for S corporations. And the main reimbursements are mileage and home office. There's the telephone bill that you can reimburse as well. The accountable plan allows you to take a business expense while sending you personally a reimbursement, and that is tax-free. For example, 2024, the mileage reimbursement was 67 cents a mile. That's for wear and tear on your car. So if you are doing 1,000 miles a year driving to buy deals or going to the national, keep a log. We have to keep a log, and this is what the accountable plan does. 67 cents a mile, that's $670. That's a deduction on your business taxes and tax-free reimbursement to you. Now the home office deduction, this could be pretty nice. Even storage of inventory or your office space where you list items. There's the simplified and the actual version of this. A lot of people go for the simplified, but the actual could be quite lucrative in your tax-free reimbursement to yourself, business deduction to your S Corp. This actual version just requires A little bit more collecting of documents and research, but could be thousands of dollars in deductions. Number 4, inventory management. This is our largest expense in the business, cost of goods sold. Ideally, we're buying inventory and there's a place to log it to see what the total cost was. And then traditionally speaking, when you sell that item, you can now record an expense called cost of goods sold, COGS. And that's typically the main deduction. Now, the Tax Acts and Job Acts of 2017 by Trump put in another option to traditionally how we see accrual accounting with inventory, which is beginning inventory plus your purchases that you have in the year minus the count of ending inventory. That's your cost of goods sold. Of course, we can also do a percentage of generally what we purchase this for. But this Job Act in 2017 gave an option for a little more creative deduction of our purchases. Potentially, we can just deduct all of the purchases and have no ending inventory. That's a major tax implication. And again, there's some nuances there, but it's a possibility. The 5th tax saving strategy is to consult a tax pro. You need someone that knows your personal situation, both in business, multiple businesses, personally, children with future plans. And this tax pro can unlock many more strategies, right? There's all kinds of retirement strategies to put into place. There are hiring your children. There's many that we see on TikTok, but who can verify that in an ethical way? And the tax pro will help you implement, put the nuts and bolts to actually make some of these strategies true if they apply to you. I am available. If you have any questions, you can feel free to email me, comment on this video, or click a link. I offer a free discovery call and would be happy to talk. At Sports Card Tax Guy, we help our clients trade their IRS stress for financial success. Thanks. Talk later.